Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mediating, and welcome back to Starfield, where last time I rebuilt my ship, ran the Red Mile, and perhaps most excitingly, ran into the descendants of some old Earth refugees. So, okay, today we're kicking off by going to meet their captain and figuring out precisely what it is they need.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
I mean, I'm willing to try, but I'm gonna be honest, I only met them like today, and when I say them, I mean their security chief. I've literally never met the guy in charge down there, so okay, I will do it, though just out of interest, could we maybe, fix your comms? Get you to do it by yourselves?
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
So okay, the comms isn't so much broken as woefully obsolete. Gotcha. Okay, I will go and give it a try.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Okay, so I doubt that's gonna go well. Like, this is a private enterprise that is very rich, very successful, and swimming in security, together with being in possession of technology literally centuries ahead of yours. Also, that is a good point. There are many planets, why don't you just, go find one of them?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
Okay, I will go down there, but what precisely do you wish me to communicate?
Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there.
Okay, Diana, you have got no leverage whatsoever, so I mean, I really feel like, yes, you could just go and sit on the other side of it. That would be fine.
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Okay, I feel like we need to give Diana a bit of a reality check here, because the people in Paradiso are not just going to abandon this world because a small tiny group of colonists who are still using bloody old world weaponry show up. This is not gonna happen. Okay, no cocky promises, Diana.
Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Okay, this is not going to work, and I'm deeply concerned about, yes, how she's going to react when they inevitably say no. Ooh, and I found something potentially rather useful here, which is the spare captain uniform. 5% bonus persuasion chance. Okay, hang on. I'm going to... Is that just Sarah? That better just be Sarah. Just grab this nice and quick, lovely. And oh my goodness. Apparently someone at some point was into hockey. They've got a bloody antique Earth hockey stick. Okay, John, don't loot the place just yet, because potentially they might be super just, letting me take all this stuff if I try to help them out. So okay, my corp gear is at 5% persuasion chance, and this is also 5%. You know what? I'll take it. We'll just wear this right now. This might go down badly. Okay, no one's shooting me yet. It's all gonna be fine. Right, let's go see what we've got down on the planet, because... oh, bloody hell. Diana, you need to adjust your expectations, I think. Okay, back down to Paradiso, and yes, the security guy was saying, go and check in with... oh, I love your dumb water wall. That's pretty nice, actually. Okay, we need to go speak to the CEO. That's what they were suggesting, yes. Oh, and I'm not sure if I've seen one of these before. Tranquility? Okay, so there's a special tea shop here. Do you guys sell, like, you know, different special kinds of tea? And ideally, in, like, you know, special tea mugs and whatnot. Oh my goodness, they've got an entire stack of English breakfast tea. And apparently, that could be used in crafting. Okay, me and you, we're gonna be best friends now. Screw those people out in space. Let's talk about tea, Polly.
Hello. Welcome to Tranquility. If you fancy a cuppa, we have some new and classic blends that are sure to satisfy even the most discerning tea aficionado. Whether you want to relax at the end of the day or energize yourself while watching the latest Red Mile feed.
Okay, so when it comes to deciding who we're backing, these guys have got a really lovely fancy tea shop, which they don't have up in space. So okay, that's 1 point in favour of Paradiso also. Well, this is hilarious. Did you know I've actually run the Red Mile? You might have seen me on TV the other day.
You know, I thought you looked familiar. I think I've seen you in the feed before. I can't believe I'm talking to another runner. I'm a big fan of the Red Mile. You know Donovan Reese? He once came and ordered tea at our little shop. I think I died a little when he kissed my hand. If you ever run into him, tell him I still remember.
Okay, that's super cute. I love tea, Polly. Me and you are gonna be tea friends.
Aye, that's the spirit. It's not like you'll find a better drink over at Cafe Lux, am I right? So, what can I get for you today?
And go on, Polly. I would love a recommendation.
Well, if you want something strong, we have Earl Grey, breakfast or classic black tea. If you want something relaxing, we have chamomile or easy sleep. But if you want something more exotic to tickle your fancy, might I suggest lotus or sunray?
Oh, this is XP gain as well. Okay, well that's pretty bloody nice. And yes, by the looks of it, lotus and sunray are... okay, those are like fruit teas. I'm not a fan of fruit tea, to be honest. But I will very happily take some English breakfast tea. I just love some classic English breakfast, so... oh, well, this has just been a lovely trip to the shops. Oh, better and better, the general store just around the corner is selling a giant pile of glue. Never say no. Okay, just pop in the lift up to the executive floor. We have been told to come here by the lovely security chief, so okay, I'm just gonna mosey straight on.
You can't just waltz in there.
Never mind, I'm not gonna waltz straight on in. Sorry, my mistake. And yes, your security chief did tell me to come here, but I appreciate you wouldn't know that.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
Okay, I kind of assumed we were just meeting, yes, the, CEO, but apparently there's an entire cocking board here, so, okay, fill me in on anything I need to know about them.
What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say.
Okay, just knock back some more wine. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the first one wore off. Brilliant. So, okay, let's have a lovely chat about those nice people out in space, and ideally not completely screw them over. So, hello there, sir. Let's talk about the lovely ship up in orbit.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
Okay, that's one solution. I mean, Dana might not like it, but you know, selling these guys in their own personal area and saying, hey, people can come and see them. I mean, it's kind of horrific and exploitative, but it gets them down on the planet with your guys' permission, so... Okay, why is this yes, like, you know, so urgent? Why not just let them be up there, or let them land somewhere on the other side of the planet and just deal with the problem later?
We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some bodgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene.
Okay, so, right, you guys are just worried about the look of the thing. Though good use of the word bodgy, I appreciate that. Right, let's get down to business, Oliver.
Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about?
So, funny old thing, yes, it's from Earth, 200 years ago, and, okay, I feel like that would be not taking Dana's side. Not that I'm 100% sure I want to take Dana's side. Like, I feel like Dana is coming into this with wildly unrealistic expectations. She needs a reality check, so... Okay. Potentially, no, it's not an alien mothership. Let's stay neutral for now and just see how he reacts to the idea of original Earth colonists, or rather, like, their descendants, I guess.
Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
So, okay. You could have them living here, but basically they would be working for you, paying taxes or what have you. Okay, so I'm guessing, yes, they weren't keen on landing on the other side of the planet, and you wouldn't be keen on that either. Then again, Balaam seemed pretty happy with that.
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
Oh, you actively don't want them to just be on the far side of the planet because you'd rather keep an eye on them. Okay, right. Not desperately thrilled by that approach, Oliver, but let's just, stay neutral. Don't want to annoy this guy just yet.
And that's within your right. But as the CEO of Paradiso Group, I'm the one who has to make and approve decisions around here, not you. So, as much as I appreciate your feedback, it's not in the best interest of the Paradiso Group to take it into account.
Okay, so let's talk about precisely how much a grav drive might cost, because honestly, this sounds like the only way we're going to get any sort of solution that everyone is mostly happy with. You get your planet to yourselves, they don't have to worry about, wandering for another 200 years, because they could just nip over anywhere. How much precisely does a grav drive cost?
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure I just, bought a grav drive the other day. They're not that expensive, really, so... Okay. If these are the only options, and we can't persuade anyone to do anything. I feel like, yeah, buying a grav drive for them, and then this guy provides the labour to install it, it's the best out of not a great series of solutions, given if they land here, I get the strong feeling you guys are going to, yes, manipulate them, extort them, and eventually, potentially, exterminate them if it becomes useful to you down the line. So, okay, it's the grav drive.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constant engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
I know this was a difficult decision, but if it's any consolation, I think you've made the right choice. Compared to the destruction of their vessel and relegating them to a life of servitude, I'd say this is the best chance they've got.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
Okay, so we've got a solution, but far from a perfect one. And by the looks of it, yes, Hope Tech is not local. We're going to have to go into... hang on. Valo. Well, that's new. Right, 3-stage jump, but we've got the fuel for it, so... alright, let's see what's going on in Valo. Okay, a handful of basic mining moons by the looks of it. Nothing too dramatic here. Polvo is the centre of the system, so we've got ourselves, yeah, decent enough climate, slightly radioactive water, it must be said, and Hope Town, where the, yes, Hope ship base is. So, right, that feels like we're potentially walking into a company town. Okay, so landing here, I can't help but get the feeling that, yes, this is not so much a normal town as just a giant shipyard that happens to have people living in and around it. So, right. Let's make our way over to this chappie, who apparently would be the person to speak to, though I do not have that much money at this point.
I remember meeting Ron Hope once. Idealistic and perhaps a bit of a dreamer. But you have to admire what he's accomplished.
Oh, sounds like, yeah, this is all named after one guy who set this whole thing up, so... okay, Sarah, let's see if, you know, we can speak to the guy in charge and appeal to his better nature. Although I tell you what, while I'm here, just out of interest, could I buy different ship parts if I've come to the factory itself? Oh my, they're selling the big stuff here. A 3x3 gigantic cargo holds. Okay, do not get pulled into any submissions, do not explore too thoroughly, we will be coming back here properly later. So okay, buddy, I need to get a grav driver fitted onto an old ship, which hopefully is going to cost, like, less, not more, right?
Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours.
Okay, so 40,000 cooking credits? Okay, could we maybe, like, argue you down just the slightest amount? That's... oh, that's way too much. Like, I was thinking 5 grand. Bloody hell. Okay, let's start things off and nice and simple here. This is an ancient grav drive. Who else is ever gonna buy this from you, buddy?
True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time.
And okay, he's pretty easy to persuade, and... okay, +1 wouldn't get it done. +4 would, but isn't necessarily going to pass, so... you would be giving freedom to these people. Come on, it's the right thing to do, buddy.
As much as I'd love to, I just don't know if I can afford to take a loss on this. Again, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's start off with, you know, something nice and simple in that case. I get it, you've got your orders, I've got mine. Not sure that would, you know, persuade him, but it's worth a go.
This isn't getting us anywhere. You know, I have to make a living too. and Hope Tech can't just give away parts for free. Sorry, but I've got to charge you the same price as everyone else.
Okay, I literally don't have 40,000 credits, and I'm gonna be honest, even if I did, I'm not 100% sure I'd be willing to give up that much. Okay, well this puts me in a bit of a difficult position, so... Okay, there is one thing I've got that might let me make a lot of money in a bloody hurry. We're going straight back to New Atlantis, and we're going straight back down to the well to see how much money I can maybe squeeze out of, yes, Salinas and any follow-up missions he might have for me.
Have you retrieved my package yet?
I have indeed, buddy. Here you bloody go.
Ah, excellent. I see you've held up your end of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Salinas Hardware is now open for business. I'll unlock the door for you. Feel free to come around and peruse my wares anytime.
Okay, that was not much money, to be perfectly honest, and I'm deeply worried all I've done is opened up a new shop, as opposed to a new fantastic smuggling venture that would make me 40,000 credits very easily. Oh, I see. This guy is, yes, presumably the illegal dodgy weapon vendor, though crucially, he's selling calibrated gear. Weapons in this game, they've got like, you know, levels. You've got the basic weaponry, then you go up to calibrated, refined, that sort of business. So, yeah, my original coachman may have fallen well behind, but honestly, like, a basic coachman with no mods on it doing 114 damage. I mean, that's pretty bloody incredible. John, you're supposed to be like, you know, making money, not spending it, but... I mean, I can't resist that. You know what? It's fine. It's time for this old girl to be sold anyway. We have not used her in a long, long time. And you know what? Same deal for the Eon. The basic Eon, just because we're swimming in so much ammo for it, yeah, I'm willing to make that changeover. I do use the Eon on occasion. You know, I was literally about to say, well, I just don't know how we're gonna get 40 grand together, but, okay. Actually, I cocking do. I've literally got 40 grand's worth of stuff that needs to be sold. I just need to get it here. All that bloody contraband just sitting in my house, so... Okay. My new ship has actually got a pretty bloody decent shielded capacity. I bought, yes, an extra shielded thing from that chappie at the Red Mile, which I didn't actually realise I was doing, but, I did. So that's bloody convenient. But step one, back to the ship, take a left into my new work zone. Okay, I like my new ship. My new ship is excellent. Let's just get my brand new coachman set up properly. Including giving those Fletcher rounds a go, because, okay, bleeding damage does sound hilarious. Next up, back to my home system Olympus, but yes, we're not going straight home. Instead, I'm looking for some trouble. Because, well, one, we're in Savannah, so if I'm lucky we'll pick up some sticky bones, but even if I'm not, that over there looks a lot like, you know, some form of a big structure, which probably means pirates, which probably means dead pirates as soon as I'm done with them. Need to try out my new shotgun anyway, and once the pirates are dead, that means guns, and guns make a cock ton of money, or so. Okay, there may be a slightly larger structure than I was anticipating, actually. Alright, guys, come on out. I have got terrible news for the lot of you, which is I have got a new bleeding shotgun. Not that you're going to have much of a chance to bleed, by the way, because I am planning to, like, you know, murder you right now. Handful of dead raiders later, we've got modified Grendels, modified Maelstroms, even a modified drumbeat. Seriously, just a basic drumbeat has a value of 5 grand. Oh, and perfect timing. Just as I was, you know, improving all these lovely guns, we're ready for the next level of weapon engineering. And with a handful of sticky bones in a hand too, okay, we're now ready to go over to brute force. So from now on, the pacifier has got both high-powered and explosive rounds. Well, bloody hell yes. So next time we're back at port, we've got all of this to sell. But the real creme de la creme, is waiting for me right next to all my lovely cuddly toys because, oh yeah. Oh flippin' yeah. And now, all we need to do is sneak a huge amount of extremely illegal war technology right into New Atlantis. Which we absolutely can in theory do, so... Okay, if this doesn't work, I'm abandoning the cocky colonists, okay? They can take care of themselves. If it does work, then 58%.
And complete.
Oh, we are golden. Okay, fine. That's it. That's it decided. Fate has decided I shall rescue the colonists using my illegal alien robot money. Okay, before I sell the loot though, yes, there is one quick thing I need to do. Let's just, mosey on over to the wasteland for a second. Okay, I literally just, I just spawned behind a house for Room Zealot. This is, okay, this is, right, this is not what I thought was about to happen. Just toss a grenade at these stupid losers. This is fine. They were kind of scary once upon a time, but now I'm pretty much the same level as them. Just reload. Okay, beautiful. Help myself to some alien kebabs. And down you go, you stupid losers. Okay, well, this is a good time. You see, all I need is just the tiniest handful more XP. And you know, an extra ship wouldn't bloody hurt while I'm passing by. Oh yeah, this time we're cocking ready for you, you stupid losers. Oh yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. Just reload my new explosive McGibble. Oh, yes. House Varun's got nothing on me. One grenade for you losers as well. There's some demolitions experience. Okay. I like my new brute force explosive shotgun. That's a good time. Oh, and these guys were loaded too. This is meant to be. The universe wants me to rescue those poor trapped old Earth refugees. Though for some reason I can't take the ship. The game's just saying I'm not allowed to, you know, sit in the pilot seat, take it over, etc, etc. So that's fine. Honestly, ship flipping makes, like, no money whatsoever. And, speaking of making money, I'm putting 1 point straight away into commerce. Because, honestly, the first rank gets you 10% more money on selling. And, in this game, I do a lot of selling. Because there's a lot of stuff to buy. Because ship parts cost a bloody fortune. Weirdly, every rank thereafter only gets you another 5% when it comes to selling. So, honestly, those aren't really worth doing. But the first one's not bad. Okay, and now it's time to make some bloody money. Shot number 1, cleared of 5 grand. Right down into the well, a sharper number 2. 2 grand gone, he's cleared out too. Over to where this stupid idea began, Apex Electronics. That gets me 25,000. And you, buddy, you owe me a favour. And with that, we are now officially out of guns to sell at 26 grand, almost 27, but, okay. Zoe, have I got some highly illegal goods for you? Here we go, 1 terramorph egg, 1 irreplaceable, priceless piece of stolen artwork, and on top of that, okay, hang on. We can get ourselves, okay, I will give you a slight discount on 4 mech components, meaning, oh, we're so close. We're so cocky close. I just need to find something I can sell to some of the shops around here. Oh, hang on. I never sold the modified drum beat. Okay, we don't need that. Sell that for 120. We just need 120 of literally anything. Here you go, buddy. How about a couple of shrapnel grenades? And with that, bloody hell, I've done it. This could be a third of my mortgage, but no, that's not what we're doing. We're going to go help those old Earth folks. But only after remembering to, yes, go and dump the rest of the mech parts in the lodge. Because otherwise, yes, they are going to get spotted next time I come back here. Now, while we're on New Atlantis, though, yes, ever since I recruited her onto the team in order to, you know, try and look for Archer, who we never actually found, by the way, yeah, Sarah's been going on and on about her tragic backstory, so Okay, Sarah, fair enough. We did what I want to do. While we're on New Atlantis, let's do what you want to do. Because apparently step 1 isn't just going towards Cassiopeia because she doesn't know precisely where she landed. Instead, we need to go and speak to an admiral. Gotcha. The slight issue being, okay, are admirals the sort of people you could just sort of, go into their office and say, hi, I need to chat? Because I feel like, maybe you need to make an appointment or something, though. Ooh, Sistev. And the office of the president? Okay, well, if you can't walk into an admiral's office, you definitely can't walk into, like, the president's office. Apparently you can. So, like, right. Receptionist is, like, off on a vacation or something. And then we've got ourselves Alexandra Abello, president. Okay, so, apparently you could just walk into the president's office. And also the president's personal conference room. And, gosh darn it, just regular normal mugs. Dear oh flippin' dear, well, if the president can't have a special mug, who the hell can?
I'm afraid I don't have time to talk now, citizen.
Okay, understandably though, the president is not willing to just, chat to me about her personal backstory or whatnot. So, okay, don't worry about that. Let's go find this admiral we're after.
Sarah Morgan. It's been what, almost 10 years?
Admiral, it's, good to see you again, sir.
You're not required to address me as sir. That protocol ended the moment you dropped your clusters on my desk, remember?
Look, Admiral, I'm not here to open old wounds.
Old wounds is an interesting turn of phrase, given our past. Listen to me, Commander. I'm not sure why you're here, but whatever it is, why don't you just get to it?
I'm here because I need your help, Admiral.
You need my help. That's interesting. The last time we spoke, you made it quite clear that you were turning your back on the Navy.
That was a decade ago. Things change. People change. Admiral, please. I didn't come here to argue. I'm here to come to terms with my past.
Your past is sitting in a closed file in the archives. That's where you left it when you walked out on the United Colonies. And what about you? Just who in the blazes are you anyway?
Okay, now hang on. Sarah's always told her story in the way that, yes, they literally shut down her department. Though, okay, maybe they wanted to transfer her to a different department, and she said, if I can't be in the Navigator Guild because there is no Navigator Guild, I'm just naffing off. So, ooh. Would she want him to know where she works right now? Then again, just saying, yeah, I'm here as a friend, that comes across as a bit weird. I will say Constellation. Hopefully, that's not the wrong thing to say.
I see. Then, as Sarah's associate, perhaps you could kindly explain to me why I shouldn't have the both of you escorted from the building.
With all due respect, Admiral, this is ridiculous. If you have a problem with me, then there's no need to berate my colleague.
I don't have a problem with you, Commander. I'm simply trying to determine why you deserve the Navy's help.
Well, because she served for the UC for, like, many years and did a really good job until you shut down her department. And, like, actually, I don't know whether Sarah is a citizen or whether she dropped out before she got her citizenship. So, yes, indeed. Honoring the fallen. That's got to count for something, surely.
That's quite a noble gesture. Is this true, Commander?
It's about Cassiopeia, Admiral. I'm heading back there to find out what happened to the crew of the Dauntless, and hopefully, to bring their legacy home.
That sounds like a dangerous operation. Are you certain it's worth the risk?
I don't know.
Okay, so... yes, indeed. We refuse to allow the crew to remain a statistic. That seems like a good thing to say right now.
I see. The fact that you'd risk your own lives to solve this mystery speaks volumes.
They were my responsibility, Admiral. One way or another, I intend to bring them home.
I understand. And I believe I owe you an apology, Commander. Our last encounter has obviously distorted my impression of your character. What can I do to help?
If you wouldn't mind allowing me to access the files regarding my rescue, I'd be most grateful, Admiral.
That shouldn't be too difficult. I've sent all the relevant information to you, Slades. Was there anything else?
No, Admiral. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me, Commander. I just hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Okay, he flipping changed his tune fast, though honestly I'm not sure why he was such a dick at the start of the conversation. Sarah served the UC for years, but okay, apparently they were just on bad terms or something. Okay, so Sarah now wants to proceed direct to Cassiopeia. And we will get there in just a second, but I've not made all this money to not hand it over to, yes, those lovely people over in Narian, or possibly Valo, I can't remember. Because, yes, if I don't do it now, I'm going to find something to spend it on, then I'm going to spend it, then all of this is going to have been for nothing. So, yes, it was definitely Valo. Alright, here we go, I've got your blood money, you dick. Fine, that's fair, I suppose, I say as sarcastically as possible.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
You know, thinking about it, I don't entirely trust Oliver's people to do a good job. Okay, so, Diana, I have got good news and bad news, okay? The good news is, you're not going to be slaves. The bad news is, you're not getting this planet, sorry. You know what? I no longer feel in any way bad about robbing these people. Alright, they've just cost me 40 cocking grand. I am having your antique hockey stick. Okay, looks to me like actually, yes, we're starting in engineering. So, yes, we've got the part already. Just need to figure out how to plug the damn thing in.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster-than-light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
Okay, I have no cocking clue, but apparently I do, because I've literally taken the astrodynamics skill. So, okay, buddy, you can have a real answer.
Oh, I've heard of this technology, but always believed it was theoretical in nature. Maybe we can talk about it in more detail later. I'm sure you have more pressing matters to handle. I've waited this long. What's a little longer, eh? Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
Okay, so, lovely to meet you, but, we need to chat.
There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
Alright, increase the cryogenic flange by 5 times. Got you, Amin. Oh, bloody hell, what did he just say? Right, it was the Port McGibble. Okay, well the game is highlighting this. Engineering Control Computer Alpha. Okay, just, yeah, start doing this. It was, hang on, okay, port was included, so cryopump port, and it was supposed to go to cryogenic radiator auxiliary, right? Cannot complete instruction. Apparently not. Maybe it was primary instead. Still no. Okay, I've completely fluffed this up. I'm so sorry. Oh, there's way more at the bottom. Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Let's go back to the start here. Okay, he definitely said turbo pump, and there is a port option there too. So, port turbo pump. I'm like 90% sure I was right originally, and it was auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Okay, that's now been done correctly. Beautiful. Next up, there was... okay, one of them was 5%. Engineering control, here we go. Plasma was mentioned, but I don't think gun was. So, okay, plasma. Adjust to 5%. Okay, the game's not said, you know, about to explode, so that's good. Then, finally, this one over here, over to system gamma. What was the last thing again? Which system would you like to... Oh, flange! It was definitely flange, and I'm pretty sure it was just the one flange, so not flanges down bottom. So, okay, flange. Decouple the flange. Decouple from... What did he say? I think a magnetic was mentioned. Nope, that was not right. Hang on. Auxiliary module assembly. Okay, I got most of that right first time. Here we go. This should now work. So, okay. We have now fixed that up. The engineer can do the rest of it. Apparently, yes, the Paradiso engineers were doing a competent job. Lovely. I'm just a bit worried how, yes, the captain may be about to react, given we have basically sold her out in a way. Or at least that's how she might interpret it. Like, to my mind, we have saved her from a sort of slavery.
Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done.
Okay, so, yes indeed. Let's talk about payments.
Payment. I hope that's not all you care about. It's not enough to help a ship full of poor colonists searching for a new home, I suppose. Still, you did help us. We don't have much to spare, but I'm sure we can find some way of repaying you.
Okay, and we've got ourselves... She's just given me old Earth trash! Which I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually pretty excited about. So... Okay. In fact, I'm pretty sure she was about to give me the hockey stick anyway. Oh, she gave me more hockey sticks! Right, well... I feel bad for stealing hers now. I'm so sorry about that, but I already kind of stole one of those. Oh, and hello, sexy. She's also given me a lovely gold gun. A Scout XM2311. So, honestly, not that impressive, all things considered.
That planet was not right for us anyway. No doubt the next one will be.
Okay, thank goodness Dawn has moved into, you know, a more healthy frame of mind when it comes to Paradiso. She is very happy to move on, so I really do bloody hope that she's able to, you know, find somewhere and we run into her down the line. I would love to run into her again, so yes indeed. Any chance you could give me an idea as to where I might find you in future?
Goodness, I'm not sure yet. We'll need to study our new star map. Then, well, I suppose we'll venture forth and try to find the perfect new home for us. It may take some time, but I'm confident we'll find something. And when we do, we'll find a shuttle to take us planetside. Thanks again for your help.
Oh, hang the cock on. I swear this was not here last time I was here, but... Oh, yes. Oh, flipping yes. There's an entire cocking weapon rack here. Okay, hang on. Hang on. We're definitely alone. Right. Let's just crack her open, have a bit of a look, see what we've got here. So yes, the XM at 2310. That's just like a 45 caliber handgun. Whatever. Don't particularly care, but... I mean, an old Earth shotgun. The slight issue being, yes, how much, like, ammo exists for said thing out in the world. I don't know and I don't care. We're having it looks badass. Okay, the hunting rifle's pretty much garbage. Nothing you can really do with that, to be honest. The shotgun, however, is not terrible because, yeah, right now the coachman is at like 137, but this thing's got 6 shots in a magazine. And hilariously, can even have a suppressor. No explosives, but yeah, just a handful of lead could get her up to a slug or Fletcher, to which would be not terrible. This could actually be a good replacement for the coachman, basically doing the same thing, with a tiny bit less damage, but so much less reloading it's worth it. And yes, I kind of thought I was done with these guys, but I did hear various people talking about, yes, some slight level of dissatisfaction with what I've just done.
Great! How many more days, months, years of being cooped up here before we find a new place to live?
Yeah, you see, just like that, a lot of people are actually not desperately happy with me.
Well, look who it is. The one who helped us out of our situation, leaving us to roam the galaxy forever. Sorry, I Don't mean to be ungrateful or rude. I know it's not your fault. You were just trying to help. It's me. I'm just frustrated.
Okay, we're not just going to, you know, run away and abandon these people. We're going to help out the people who are not happy with what we did. So, yes indeed. Janet, what can I do to maybe help you?
I'd love to leave. But outside of you and the occasional passing trade ships we make contact with, there aren't any ways off this ship. And besides, Breckenridge forbids it. I've tried. She insists we stay together for the sake of the community. I'm stuck here.
So okay, yes, we've got a bit of a Vault 101 situation going on here. So don't worry, Janet. I'm going to convince Breckenridge to open up the vaults.
It's a long shot. You've dealt with her. You know she can be stubborn. But then again, you did make her see reason before and set us on this path. Maybe you can do it again and fix this mess. Sorry, I know it may not sound like it, but I'd actually be really grateful to you if you succeed.
Okay, I quite like this. So yes, you can just like do the main mission and just walk away. But if you do, you're gonna miss a whole bunch of people who aren't necessarily that happy with what you did. And if you don't like that, you can help out them too. So okay, back to the captain, we're gonna fix this. Okay, Diana, let's talk about you not keeping your own citizens prisoner on this ship.
I'm well aware of Janet's desire to leave. I'll tell you the same thing I told her. For the sake of our mission and community, we need to stay together. Each member of our community is valuable, especially Janet. If she left, we'd be at least a couple of weeks behind in food production while we trained someone to fill her role. But I suppose if you brought us more food staples to tide us over while that happens, we could do it. Say, a large quantity of potatoes?
You want a giant pile of potatoes, and also, how on earth do I just have 50 potatoes? I don't know whether I've even got 50 potatoes, but no, we're going to persuade you, damn it. Just quickly down an entire bottle of wine just to make sure we can handle this, lovely. So okay, 3 turns and, oh blimey, she is difficult to persuade, but I do have an auto-persuade in hand if I need to, so let's start off nice and easy, okay? Janet is not happy.
I suppose not. It would be bad for all of us if she slipped into depression.
Okay, this is going to be tricky, because I've only got, yes, like a handful of turns, though if you get success in your last turn, you get another turn. So, right. I did just drink some booze, so I'm just going to say please very nicely.
I know, but I don't think so. This is more complicated than you seem to understand.
Okay, you know what? I buy that, so I'm just trying to help out Janet, though, ooh, even that wouldn't be enough. I'm just trying to help Diana, and let's just say, you still cooking Ome.
Look, I'd like to help, but...
Okay, so we've now got, yeah, 2 to go. There's no reason for us to... Okay, well that just seems like a threat to me, but fine.
I hear you.
And that reminds me of a joke I heard the other day. Okay, we're full on into oblivion persuasion right now.
That's a good one. Well, you've got away with words, I'll give you that. Once again, you've convinced me to do the right thing. And while I'm not happy about letting one of our own go, I think you're right. It's for the best. Let her know she's free to leave on the next ship willing to take her. I just hope this doesn't prompt others to want to leave as well.
Okay, now I'm wondering whether we could have Janet on our ship, though... Midline.
We've got strict rules
like,
around here.
What would she actually bring to the table? Her skill set is literally centuries out of date.
You seem convinced you can help me. But I'll believe it when I'm finally off this bloody old ship.
Well, you're welcome to join mine if you'd like.
Wait, for real? How? I thought I was going to have to escape on my own somehow, but if she's given me her blessing, that's even better.
Okay, so yes indeed, she's agreed. The important thing is, you could go.
Maybe you're right. Do I really want to know? Best to just let it go and be appreciative. Anyway, thanks for helping me. I know you didn't need to. One of the techs who helped retrofit the grav drive onto the Constant mentioned a place called New Atlantis. Maybe I'll check it out. It sounded interesting. Anyway, seems like a good place to start, especially if I want to find a job that isn't farming.
Okay, so good luck with that, and fine. We'll keep an eye out for you somewhere in New Atlantis. I really hope this works out well, and we don't, like, you know, stumble into her in the well begging for food, because that would be really sad.
Thanks again. I'm going to need it. It's a whole new world out there. I hope we meet again someday.
I hope so too, so, oh my goodness, she just gave me yet more Old Earth antique figures. Well, that's just the best thing. Love how every mission on this dumb boat just gives you Old Earth piggy banks and duck statues. Alright, I'd say we've done enough to help these losers. We'll maybe check around, see if we can find Janet later, next time we're back in civilization. And, oh bloody hell. She's pretty much just given me, yes, goods worth about 40 grand, so... oh, well, this is marvellously good news. Well, okay, I'm having some of this up here in the cockpit with me. So, one antique piggy bank right there. You know what? I think I'm pretty happy with the current layout of the ship. And that means it's finally time to redecorate. Okay, so now in the cockpit, we have got an excellent display of plants, together with one piggy bank and one antique duck. Although I will admit, the downside with, yes, this room is... there's just no obvious single grand surface I could use for my mug collection. Though hilariously, I did not even realise this. I think actually this module may have come with a unique mug, like I've definitely seen contains coffee maybe before, but not in bronze. Okay, bare minimum, we've got to try and fit some of this onto the main table. Also, I've got fish. I did not realise I've got fish, but we're doing the full Mass Effect here. And there she is, they are back, the mugs are now out on the desk. This is every mug I've discovered so far, and what I do enjoy, by the way, is they're not actually all the same size. Like, the Nova Galactic mug is much bigger than the others. There are some that are a bit wider, some that are a bit taller. I do enjoy they're actually different sizes, it's lovely. Okay, with that highly important bit of business taken care of, Sarah, let's go take care of your tragic backstory or whatever. So okay, this was apparently, yes, a big old war zone during the Colony War. Handful of solid mining moons, but okay. My eye can't help but be immediately drawn to one thing in particular, which is Cassiopeia 2A has got a scanner anomaly. So apparently, there's a mysterious dragon shout over here, but okay, no. We will get back to that. I told Sarah we were going to come and visit her crash ship, and that's precisely what we're going to do, damn it. So yeah, here we go. Sarah's old campsite, somewhere around here, nearby to the coast by the looks of it. Water is safe, temperature is reasonable. Honestly, not a bad place to crash land. Oh, you know what? This is actually pretty bloody pleasant right now. So, yep, standard Earth gravity, pretty standard O2 levels. A bit on the warm side, I'll admit. 37 degrees is, yes, a little uncomfortable out in the sunlight. But, okay. We have made it. After just a handful of small diversions, we are here. Alright, we have come to Sarah's tragic backstory planet, and we are going to sort that out for her. But I would say that's enough for now. Next time, we're tracking down the ship, helping Sarah get some closure, and once that's done, I'd say it might be time to hunt down some new Dragonborn powers. And with those in hand, I think it might be time to turn my attention back to the main plot. So hopefully you are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Starfield. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
We have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.